Hello, welcome back everybody on iKeysRacing channel on the theme Indy Racing League season 98 that so far has seen 2 victories of Tony Stewart, one for us, one for Billy Boat and one for Greg Ray. Today, after my silly mistake at Loudon, I don't know, we go to Dover Downs, my English very poor. And there will be a quick episode, I think. We are going to race the Pep Boys 400k with a situation of a beautiful classification so far ahead, with us scoring 22 points, 1 victory, 1 pole position, 1 most laps led in a race. Obviously, we are very far from Tony Stewart and from Billy Boat and so on. I mean, it is not the 98th virtual season that will see us clinching the Indy title, but maybe so far between lights and shadows, some lights, some spotlights here and there, hoping to keep the momentum and go on this way. But for the leadership, the battle is very tight up to, I would say, Greg Ray at this point of the season. 6 races to be raced, can happen everything, but our target this year was for sure score points. We did it, we must continue, and we had to beat our teammate named Eliseo Salazar that runs the same chassis, the Riley & Scott, that we are racing in this game. So we have a bit of advantage over him, but as said, I'm not satisfied enough with just 1 victory and 2 points scored so far. Also because after 5 races, 22 points are more or less 5 points per race, not really an incredible performance. I want to do more, especially devoted, if I can use this word, to your watching time. I think watching someone winning or scoring points or doing good races is better than someone like myself in the previous season or the previous seasons just crashing. So the Downs International Speedway doesn't have an image here on my left side, my right side, your left side, whatever, here anyway. And so we will go directly on track to qualify the car with a newness that is the configuration of the steering wheel to control front anti-roll bar, rear anti-roll bar and the brake balance. I will show it when we will be on track. And what else? Let's go to qualify the car, but mainly welcome back on iKeysRacing. But thank you very much for what you did so far, for your kind comments, for your likes, for your subscription, free obviously, for your watching hours. And we are here to race together. We will continue on this matter. See you on track. But mainly, thank you very much. So after a bit of practice, we come to the qualification. I immediately start to give you the car setup. Tires. Sorry, let me maybe put myself here. At least it's a bit better for what is the graphic. So right front, soft compound just for qualification. Right rear, just for qualification, soft, as well as left rear, left front, and as happened, I don't remember on which racetrack, the stagger. This time is -1 inch on the left side of the car. When I approach high banked ovals, I do feel more in comfort with this situation, with a smaller internal rear tire than a bigger external rear tire. Vice versa, when I drive on not so banked ovals, I tend to do the opposite. Bigger on the right side of the car, normal, let's say to 0, the left side of the car. So we are in a high banked oval, -1 inches. If for example, was today meant to race on Indianapolis, I would have done 1 inch more, or 1 inches more. Go back to the original figure. Fuel. For the qualification should be enough to have, yes, 4 gallons, maybe not more. Wings. 12 at the front, 9 at the rear. Degrees. Suspensions. Cambers. Original ones found on the race track car setup suggested. So minus 170, minus 150, minus 010, minus 060. Shocks. As started to do after Indianapolis or during Indianapolis, I don't remember, 100% internal, 50% external. At least the car becomes forgiving, given my low level of driving, helps to recover also from spins. Wheel lock 27 here, I was in comfort with this. Gears, just for qualification, for the race I will do a different thing, increasing the numbers. So 1190, 920, 790, 670, 550, and that's it. What else? Nothing. We can go to qualify. The standings are very difficult to be raced today. Buddy Lazier, Billy Bott, Tony Stewart, Greg Ray, Kenny Brack, 193 miles per hour, stunning. Scott Goodyear, Cheever, Dismore, Buell, Sharp, Lyondike, Hamilton, Ward, Schmidt, Answer, 192, Colkins, Bichler, Salazar, Paul Jr., 191, and it's where, before P20, where I think I hope to qualify the car. Today we have the slowest like Marco Greco and Yeley. Maybe will be a movable chicane also during race. I fear also Jack Miller, Knapp, Brian Tyler, Thijs Carlson, Raul Boesel, Roberto Guerrero and Stéphane Grégoire at this level. But I hope to do something better than at least Eliseo Salazar. So 192 to be at least here. To kick out Buzz Colkins. So back in qualification, with the standings and so on, I wanted to show you also another thing. I succeeded with Joy 2 Key piece of software, plugin, call it as you like, to assign, as you can see, if I touch the knob here, I'm using the turbo boost. Look here, if I touch the button, this one, I go down with the front anti-roll bar. If I go down the other buttons, I go down with and up with the anti-roll bar, rear. If I touch here, you can see the brake balance going up and down, front and rear. If I touch the knob, the car does the reverse. Because I've been capable to map all the commands coming from the steering wheel, assign them to a single function. And another thing, for example, look at the fill to 40 gallons on top of the screen here we have. I can also, with the arrow mounted on the steering wheel, to move them, to increase or decrease them. Not only, if I go to tires, for example, with the button, with the down arrow, I can move through the menu and decide if increase or decrease functions. Again, for wings, very, let me say, easy and professional from a driving style point of view, because you can drive, concentrate on what you need, you just press the F1, 2, 3, 4, 5 function that you need, and you can technically affect things on your car. And this to me was mandatory, because very often I have found myself lost between keys on the keyboard, and sometimes I distract and I lose myself into silly things. This time instead, everything is more natural and available. The software is free to be downloaded. After the trial period, you can purchase a €7 or $7 license key, activate it for your entire life, and with a simple easy software to be left, let me say, running in background with your Windows 7, 8 or 10, you get this mapping function that, especially for old games like IndyCar or GP2, etc., I think becomes quite handy, because you can assign things to a game that usually relies on a physical keyboard, but unluckily you lose your attention, your focus on doing things, because you are driving, maybe in a battle, in a fight, or at least in a quick lap, and you get distracted by the keyboard. At least here, main functions for the car and for menus are luckily touched with really a function that is seamless in some way, because you just play with it like if it was Assetto Corsa, Automobilista or GTR2 and so on. Very handful, very easy, immediate to set up. But now it's time to qualify the car, and finally we will do it with, I hope, a very forgiving car setup. Let's see what I can do. Soft compound will last just a few laps, so will be a matter to be very focused, very precise on driving. Warm up lap. Pole position, 194, I do not believe it. It's impossible. No way, I just told to myself, okay, get the last corner. We were 191, so it was here more or less. I said I get the last corner, lifting as much as possible later than sooner. And I was thinking, at least in the average of the two laps, we will be competitive more or less, but thinking to be here. Wow, guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, this to me changes entirely what can be the output of the race, if I will succeed to not screw up as usual. Super, 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 wow, another pole position on our shoulders in the books. Wow, let's go to prepare a good and very effective race. Yes, so back after the qualification so successful, I show you what I've prepared for the race with tires going to hard compound right rear, hard compound right front, hard compound also for right rear, medium for left rear, soft, the only one chosen today for the left front. Stagger -1 inch, and we are done for tires. Fuel will go up to 40 gallons, allowed by the game, but originally they were 35, for what I remember, for the real world Indy Racing League. Wings 12 degrees at the front, 9 at the rear, like in qualification. Suspension is all like it was before. Cambers, shocks, 50 external, 100 internal, 27 degrees wheel lock. Gears augmented by 2 steps for each gear, so it was 550, it becomes 530. We will use a bit less the engine, also to save a bit of fuel. And what else? They are 248 laps, 248 miles. So what else? We can go to race and be ready to hopefully nail good lap times and hopefully win the race, or at least score some points. So really we can just start our race from pole position. I start with 9 for the turbo boost here on the left, and let's see what I can achieve driving. I will shut up as much as possible. I want to be concentrated as much as possible to offer you a proper level of driving. And already placed a stiffer front anti-roll bar and softer rear anti-roll bar to counter-attack the weight of the fuel to not spin. Then corner by corner we will fine set up also the anti-roll bar level of actioning. But first lap completed in the lead, half a second over Billy Boat. Let's try to be as much as possible consistent and clean. Traffic will be an issue for sure. But I will try to build up momentum, build up an advantage. Tires are okay, but as soon as you start to spin, they tend to overheat. So we'll try to drive really carefully for the entire duration of the race. Let's keep the ranking available. Already reaching overlapped cars. There will be quite an issue for their slow pace. And already in 3 laps, 4 laps, almost 4 seconds of advantage. And I would like also to reduce the turbo boost down to 7. Or maybe to 6. Just to avoid to cook the engine. Oops. I will not take stupid actions while overlapping, because if we are so quick with free racetrack in front of us and so quick to overlap cars, we can really try to be very conservative, at least in this appointment. Try to stay in the lap of the leaders or being as the leaders. and obviously as long as the race unfold itself, develops itself, will be harder and harder with similar paced cars to overlap and stay out from troubles, but I want to try to be as much as possible capable to manage a race even if we are with a huge lead over the others, because anyway I do fear Billy Bott, Scott Goodyear, Greg Ray, Scott Sharp. They can be at any given moment contenders. It is enough a yellow flag or whatever. I do want to stay out from troubles, drive smoothly, preserve engine and fuel, and so on. I was losing the car. Eliseo Salazar in front with the same chassis. The Riley and Scott, the orange, blue and grey car. And just keep the top performance if will be needed, if we will have to race hardly with some contenders. Touched Salazar. Did we break the car? No, luckily. Obviously, if I learn to be competitive and to drive in a comfortable way from now onwards, next season 99 would be mandatory to increase the damage level to simulation, not anymore arcade like it is now, because I will not have any alibi to tell that I don't have strong pillars on my back. And here we are, first touch. No yellow flags, I hope. Salazar, no, it's not Salazar. Passing even if we are the leaders. I knew that could have happened to touch someone. I still don't have the correct perception of distances. I don't play this game very much outside when I record together with you episodes. Let's try to recatch our pace had before. Potential troubles here, too many cars together. Yes, maybe passing outside is a bit better. Seems that the car is less upset. Obviously depends on also the moment and the situation. But having more speed, more downforce should help. But also I want to avoid, as I said, Marco. So let's go to the pit to repair the damaged wheel. At least it is repairable, this simple touch. But I have to get in the correct position. I was outside like I was doing in the previous episode, and I didn't want to technically be pushed into the wall. Now let's see if I can come out still in first position. So let's get the pace car Where is the pace car? Because I have touched the wall, but I didn't see if I killed someone. So it's well, 2 retirements, yes. Eddie Cheever and Buzz Colkins. Yes. One lap until green, but where is the safety car there. Yes, but in this way I am overlapping everybody. We have 1 lap of advantage against everybody. Very strange. Is correct. Or they will give me you passed under yellow. Okay, so I have to do a stop and go now. But who have passed? All the cars? Maybe yes. Oh, sorry, I must stop the next time. Too quick. So let's do it properly, because anyway with 1 lap of advantage shouldn't be an issue. So should be a 1 second stop and go. Okay, we can restart. Keep an eye on miles per hour. Cautious while re-entering. Well, at least we are anyway with a bit of advantage over Billy Bot, almost a full lap. So we have gained in a sneaky way that could have been sanctioned, but they didn't, luckily. So yes, when I am here outside with slower cars in the middle or in the internal line, I do not feel in comfort like it was the last crash in the last appointment. Okay, 14 seconds, come on. It was 11 or 12 before. Now it's more or less like it was before the yellow flag. Apart from the spin, but you have seen how forgiving is the car now, with the 100% stiffness of suspensions internally and 50 outside, less hysteric while losing the grip. So small touches like the last one on the against the wall would be, if not a retirement, anyway something to cope with if we will use next season the simulation damages model. Did you see? Okay, a bit of a fresh air in front now. Let's maximize it. So if you pass under yellow and you are in the lead, it does count for a penalty because you are forced to do a stop and go in the next 3 laps as soon as the race goes back to green flag. But if you apply it for a, how to call it, as a sneaky move, you gain a lot. You can refuel during yellow flags, then as soon as it becomes green again, you technically get rid of the gap. Ah, and look at this. Ooh. Now I understand why the car was starting to slide so much, even if I was not forcing with the maximum turbo boost, so I'm not running at the maximum speed and pace this car can have. But while talking, I've lost the control of how much I force tires to give me grip. Maybe it's not a good thing to do. And just to use it when needed, so now while passing someone slower. Okay. Again, Eliseo Salazar in front, the grey car. No, it's not him, sorry. Not this one. Already 50 laps gone. Well, 70 actually, sorry, 70. This is Eliseo Salazar. Advantage over Billy Bot, and the others stayed more or less stable. So we are racing at the same pace, but I still have 3 steps of boost to be increased just in case of needs. Tires are not consuming too much for what I see. We are reaching half of the tank available, from 40 to 23 and down to 20. Could be a key point to stop just 2 or 3 times more. And yes, if you do not overstress with temperatures tires, you should manage them almost easily, but despite using the hard compound externally, as you can see, they overheat dramatically, like we have seen at Disney World Speedway. I don't remember. Anyway, back to classification. We gained 3 seconds from before, so we are almost reaching a possible overlapping scenario for all the contenders, because Scott Goodyear 5th is already overlapped. Today we are absolutely a tank. If I don't make mistakes, could be really almost an easy victory and would be huge compared to the previous seasons. But there's nothing more incredible than to drive in a comfort zone, like luckily so far I succeeded to do. Because it's where you can push on your needs that comes the beauty of driving not hooked to a thin limit, but it's when you can actually plan how to drive, how to manage the strategy, and so on. You pay attention to traffic, you don't arrive against traffic with a car already close to the limit to lose the control, so as soon as you touch someone or as you do something different, you screw up an entire race. I mean, if you are in control, does really all the difference of the world. Like this, for same mistake I did in the last race. I was talking and saying to myself, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But I did it. So let's see now with yellow flags if will be also Billy Bot at the pit. Just a Scott Sharp pitting. Can he break one lap down? Thank you. Already broken? No. So we'll have to do some maneuvers, and there are some cars blocked behind because of this crash. Again, they hate me. They don't want an Italian to win this race, because there was, for example, Tony Stewart pitting. Okay. We stay outside so the other drivers can actually unlap themselves. And Billy Bot stays at 20 seconds. Buddy Lazier, Greg Ray, Kenny Brack, Jeff Ward, Ari Leinbeck, Scott Sharp, Robbie Anser, Bichler, Schmidt, everybody one lap down. Buell, Salazar, Goodyear, Hamilton, Stewart, Dismore, John Paul Jr., Gregoire 2 laps down, Guerrero, Boesel, Knapp 5 laps down, Carlson 5, and so on. Absolutely crazy. So let's warm up tires properly, then we will start to drive very smoothly, but I've seen that the speed I can bring while entering corners is absolutely not matched by the others. But I see a number 11 driver that is Billy Bot up to 4.3 seconds now. So he regained a bit. I'm happy for it because I didn't feel really, let me say, fair after the first yellow flag moment that I have created in some way, where I've gained a full lap, but at least Billy Bot is back very close to us, so there will be a bit of fight, at least on the overall pace we are giving to this race. 153 laps left. If we reach 124 laps in the lead, at least we gain a point added to the point already scored for the pole position. A surprising pole position today. Obviously all the field of cars has lost some performance while changing from qualifying trim to race trim, but still we have those 3 to 4 miles per lap of advantage, of pure speed, pure pace against everybody else. Okay, up to 14 seconds, 0.9 of advantage over Billy Bot. No strange recovery from Lazier, Brack and Ward. A bit of traffic now. Let's stay calm. There's no rush. Again, touched Stewart. I did the same mistake. I don't like myself placing into troubles, into issues that can be avoided. Some AI driver is absolutely stupid. They just immediately close into you, and I must learn to avoid to come out from corners with a car on my left, parallel or anyway too close. Lift, give up a second, and that's it. Now, thanks to myself, we are not anymore in the lead. Maybe seconds to recover from Billy Bot will be not a drama, but at the end I have lost 1 lap of advantage-ish I had before. And this is very stupid. And get rid as much as possible of everybody, repass Billy Bot, regain an advantage, place ourselves into a easy leadership mode, and that's it. because here they close. As soon as they come out from the corner, they close the racing line. I mean, it's a race with a so huge advantage from a pace point of view. I cannot accept from myself to not win this race. Green car with Billy repassing us. Now there is also an overlapped car, and luckily I've not missed the black car internally placed, but here I'm F up with traffic. No. Eliseo, go away. I've touched Eliseo. They touched me. Again, and we are going to lose nothing. There are some weaknesses that I must pass before approaching the next season. So, for example, avoid to force too much passes. Learn all the patience. Sorry, that I don't have. Now I'm going to lose one lap, I fear. Luckily we still have the pace, the performance, but now it's a vice versa race. And as you have seen in between traffic, I was fighting with Billy Bot, the green car, but I was not so quick to say I will pass all of them and ciao ciao. But I cannot accept to not win this race from myself. I mean, then a crash can always happen and so on, but I would feel very stupid, especially now, because now we have Billy Bot, the green car, following the pace car. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars overlapped with a lot of space in front, so it will be mandatory to pass all of them, attack Billy Bot, re-get the leadership and run away. Again. Alright. It is right. Stupid Marco. I've passed some overlapped cars. Now this becomes an issue. Now this is a problem. Can he brake retired? Maybe yes. P5. At least in the lead lap still. cold tires. Maybe. Yes. Okay. We are in the right window. Now it's all about 18 seconds to recover as soon as possible, sooner than later. First laps with full fuel loaded will be a bit scary for the tendency to spin of the car. Even if they are really going so slow, this is Stewart. We screwed up his race before. Okay, the pack is gone. Now let's see iKeysRacing and Billy Boat. Free track in front, 16 seconds to manage. But I have the advantage of you all watching and pushing our Riley and Scott possibly to the second victory of the season. Overheating tires, Marco. Go slowly or you will lose the car and the race. Sorry, I must monitor tires temperatures for a while. Cannot push so much, not all laps I mean. The green car in front is not Billy Boat, it's a Team Menards, don't remember the driver, sorry, the teammate of Tony Stewart. And I'm not gaining so much on Billy. This makes me uncomfortable because with all the gain I had at the beginning of the race, now trying to reduce the gap is an issue. Oh, Salazar still alive. So not crashed thanks to my touch before. 10 seconds to Billy Boat. Okay, I can manage tires this way. I've learned at least to recognize when the tires start to talk with the sound of the scream of the slip is when they overheat. Yes. Bravo Marco. Really, really bravo. How to destroy a race already won. How many laps? Okay, it's not a drama. 100 laps still, 90 to do. They will pass in 40 minutes more or less. The advantage of Buddy Lazier and Billy Boat will be reduced, but Billy Boat came out from the pit now for what I see, the green car. so he refueled like us. I don't think we will last 90 laps. Difficult. And so we have a huge gap. I mean, Buddy Lazier, Billy Bott are at the back of the field, so at least us and Lyondike can try to run away and recatch the group. But it's not a good situation, believe me. It's not a good situation. Lyondike closed completely the line. So maybe Buddy Lazier will stop once more, but not Billy Bott. Let's see if they stay in the traffic, if I can... shut up. I want to go as fast as possible and regain the disadvantage, possibly. They should be in full traffic now. Bang. No. There's nothing to repair. Come on. You're overlapped, guy, come on. Make things easier. You lose as much as me at the same time. This is not Billy Bott, Team Menards, teammate of Tony Stewart. Despite being green, because also placing myself into this position does mean I'm using all the power needed instead of leading the race in a calm way. So I will need, with 78 laps to go, a splash and go at the end. If no yellow flags will come, will be an issue. This is Billy Bott. It's World Rally, Indy Rally League, not Indy Racing League. Now, I don't trust that Buddy Lazier has the same amount of fuel as us and both. So I want to go down with the turbo, position number 6, save a bit of fuel. Let's see if it will be enough or not to go to the end. I don't think, but I do want to try to maximize the coverage until the end. With yellow flags could be an help. And I trust that Buddy Lazier will stop at least once. I didn't see him stopping together with both, but maybe I'm just wrong and he has a full coverage of fuel until the end. Listen, I'm not the right person to race calmly. I don't want to wait and discover in 30 laps that... fuck off. I've waited for a pit stop that never happened to Buddy Lazier. We squeeze everything we can from this car. We will do a splash and go at the end if needed. But I don't want to stay here waiting. I have a car to win, I must use it at the maximum, and then what will happen will happen. Oh no. Buddy Lazier stopped. Pit. So now makes sense to save fuel until the end, possibly. Let's go down to 4. This is Buddy Lazier. So maybe let's go down also to turbo number 2 function. You arrive at a speed while cornering that is enough to corner the car and not have troubles. Because you are slower. And we try to pass externally. And I lift a bit while entering corners. This is bad. Up to 45, 44 laps, a good sign. I mean, still there while laps will go down. Down to 1. Must save fuel. 46 laps, 50 something to be done. Let's use also the draft and the slipstream to consume less, possibly, if it is reproduced and simulated correctly. Jacques Villeneuve won the Indy 500 in the 95 edition thanks to this smart move, using the 6th gear while following other cars. Electrical system failure. No way. No. Can I repair it? No. Please repair the car. No. Come on, every time we are in the lead. Come on, it happened the same at Indy last season. No way. No way. No way. The car here in IndyCar with me work perfectly every time we are not in the leading positions. Thank you, Scott. Who is this one? Is Kenny Brack this one? No. No, Kenny Brack is out. I can't believe it. Press ESC. No, sorry. Cancel. Resume. Control A. Accelerate. Yes. I am disgusted by this. Was a race. I mean, we would have won the race without the electrical failure, yes. But we would not have won the race thanks to the reliability issue with 30 laps to go, 40 laps to go. Can I say fuck off? Okay, thank you, sorry. It's not a video made for children, so sorry. Just 2 points, pole position and most laps led. We could have scored points. I mean, if this method of internal maximum stiffness and external half stiffness, stiffness, softness of suspension gives back this driving module, I am upset and sad up to a certain point, because if in every left race 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 races left, if we will be always up there, maybe we will accomplish another victory sooner or later. But today was the easiest race since I play with you Indycar Racing 2 modded as Indy Racing League. Anyway, 1 lap to go. That's it. Billy Bott winning. Scott Sharp second. Buddy Lazier, Jeff Ward, Ari Lionbeck, Greg Ray, Scott Goodyear, Shem Schmidt, Mark Dismore, Davey Hamilton, Robbie Anser, Eliseo Salazar, our teammate, scoring 1 point. Tony Stewart out from points today. And how many laps down? 3. But thanks to the crash had with me, I think. Usual image for iKeysRacing. So we can exit. We got 2 points. Pole position and most laps led, luckily, at least. 24 both, 16 Sharp, 14 Lazier. I was almost sure he was not running until the end, with not an added pit stop. Jeff Ward, IRL1998 Gregory 8th, 12, 10, 8, 6 Goodyear, 5 Schmidt, 4 Dismore, 3 Hamilton, 2 Anser, 1 Eliseo Salazar. New championship, Sace 87 both, going in the lead. Tony Stewart 84, 2 victories both, and 1 finish more in the top 10 for Billy. Greg Ray, not so far. And from Buddy Lazier, Kenny Brack, Scott Sharp, Scott Goodyear, Jeff Ward, Ryandek, Robbie Buell, Az 24. I think we can maybe hope to arrive in the top 5 if we continue to score points. I'm sorry, really upset for this. Yes, we gained 2 points more, but I don't care for reliability issues if I'm lost within the rest of the field, but when we are in the condition to race and reliability problems come up, gives me a sense of undone, of a not accomplished target that I should have accomplished. So this is the classification updated. Yes, we will go to Charlotte with this situation in a couple of days, if not weeks. So I can only say thank you very much for watching. Charlotte will be a night race, I don't remember. It is anyway one of those places where IRL back at the end of the 90s tended to go to contaminate the historic NASCAR world with IRL. Instead, if you have seen the flyer for the Dover Downs race weekend, the original one present on the cover of this episode, it is a combination between a NASCAR race and an IRL race. So guys, sorry, I tried my best even with many mistakes, but regardless of my mistakes and the regained leadership of the race, as you have seen, with reliability problem, we would have stopped anyway, sooner or later. So, what to say? Thank you very much for watching. Sorry for the unlucky side of the motorsport. Let's try to do something good and something more in the next 5 appointments. Maybe trying to finish the season at least in the top 5 drivers positions, and then we will decide together if do also the 99 season or switch to something else. But for the moment, thank you very much. You have been very kind to watch so far. Arigato, dankeschön, spasiba, merci beaucoup, muchas gracias y obrigado, and grazie for everything you did for iKeysRacing channel community. Please remember to have a look to community area with a lot of polls for you to choose the next cars to be featured into our single episode of each single theme. If you can, please really subscribe to the channel, it's free and always will be. If you push the like button, would be really a huge help for us, for me and for us, and see you very soon with something different in a couple of days. So far so good. Thank you very much, stay very well, have a great life, stay into keen racing, and ciao from Monza. Bye bye, see you very soon. Ciao, thank you.